Hello everyone and welcome back to EddieStyle channel. SpongeBob SquarePants. Who didn't grow up on this funny and sometimes strange show? Do you remember the Flying Dutchman and his mission to scare people to death? I am the Flying Dutchman. That was embarrassing. Anyways, after he was first mentioned in the episode Squidward and the Friendly Ghost in 1999, this terrifying ghost along with his ghost ship gained some immense popularity among fans. And although most of SpongeBob SquarePants characters are primarily based on fiction alone, although there are some pretty crazy theories out there, the Flying Dutchman is actually based on a real story, and it's much creepier than what you could have ever imagined. So today we'll dive deep into the history of the real Flying Dutchman, and I hope I won't ruin this character for you the next time you're watching SpongeBob. Actually, I kinda hope I do. Bernard Fokke was a 17th century sailor that was known for his incredible sailing speeds. He served as a captain of a ship that worked for the Dutch East India Company. And at the time, the Dutch Empire was spread around the world. And just like your Amazon Prime delivery, a fast sailor that could deliver goods and letters quickly was extremely valuable. One of the most popular trading locations for the Dutch was in Java, an island in Indonesia. And at the time, a trip from Java in Asia all the way to the Dutch Republic in Europe took, at best, somewhere between 6 months and a whole year. However, Bernard Fokke was consistently completing the trip in only 3 months. How do we know that it took him only 3 months? That's a good question. You see, the letters he picked up from Java to the Dutch governor dated back about 3 months. And unless he faked all the dates on all the letters all the time, which is extremely unlikely, he really sailed at supernatural speeds. The Suez Canal, which sailors use today, was built only 200 years later, so he had to sail all the way across Africa. His speedy trips, which could not be explained even by modern scientists, taught by his eerie character, led some people to suspect that Bernard Fokke was aided by no other than the devil himself. People believed that he exchanged his soul to become the fastest sailors of all time. And boy, he was. He gained huge popularity among royalties and other sailors, achieving almost a legendary status. And later on, even a statue of him was constructed on the small island of Cupray, which was later destroyed by the English. So far so good. But what happened next was the start of one of the greatest maritime mysteries the world has ever known. The story starts in the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa, once known as the Cape of Storms because of its deadly weather conditions. This rocky headland holds a reputation for being the final resting place of many ships, and this is exactly where the legend of the Flying Dutchman was born. Legend says that the captain and his crew were returning back to the Dutch Republic when they had to pass through the dangerous route of the Cape of Good Hope. A storm was visibly getting closer and closer. The crew that knew the horrors around this cape begged the captain to halt their journey just temporarily, but Captain Fokke refused. He was blinded by his arrogance and fueled by the thoughts of the glory that awaited for him. Each time he got home much earlier than the rest of the sailors, so despite his crying crew, he took the ship straight into the storm. Perhaps he was confident that his alleged deal with the devil would be enough to get him safely through the storm. And he was right, the devil did came, but not to assist him, but to collect his due. Unfortunately, the ship sank. Since then, the Flying Dutchman's cursed ship is believed to have been surfing the seas, desperately trying to get ashore, but never succeeding, and most people think that it's destined to do so for eternity. Okay, I know what you all may think. Good story, Eddie. Where did you get it from? And while this all might sound like some kind of urban legend, the sources that prove the existence of Captain Fokke are countless. Respected writers like Thomas Moore and George Barrington have vouched for the story of this mysterious ship in their travelogues, literature, and poetry. In addition to that, the main reason why people believed, and they still do, in the existence of the Flying Dutchman is its countless sightings that have been reported since the 19th century. The ship was famously sighted, allegedly for the first time ever, by no other than the Prince of Wales, George, on July 11, 1881, while sailing off the coast of Australia. Over 13 people witnessed the Flying Dutchman at the same time, and they reported that the Flying Dutchman moved towards them, only to mysteriously disappear within seconds. That must be terrifying. Another written event of the ship's sighting is present in Nicholas Mantra's book, The Cruel Sea, where he described his encounter with the Flying Dutchman in the Pacific Ocean. The last official famous sighting of this haunted ship was reported during the World War II, when a German submarine boat came across the Flying Dutchman during its voyage through the Suez Canal. However, every year, people still claim to have witnessed the Flying Dutchman, and according to all of these accounts, the Flying Dutchman appears as a glowing, wrecked-looking ship that vanishes within a blink of an eye. Some sailors believe that the cursed captain is desperately trying to contact other sailors and ask for their help, but in every case, the sightings of the Flying Dutchman is believed to bring nothing but misfortune. Because of all of this mystery that surrounds the legend of the Flying Dutchman, science have also taken up this case, trying to provide the world with credible explanations. According to science, these sightings are nothing but an optical illusion that's called Fata Morgana or super mirage. It happens due to moist atmosphere that tricks our eye into seeing things that don't really exist. This very illusion, combined with the refraction of light of the ocean waters, can make people think they're seeing a floating ship, when in reality, it's just a trick of the light. Now, whether it's a mere optical illusion or something else, and despite all the logical explanations, even experienced sailors agree that there is some degree of truth behind the legend of the cursed ship, and that something supernatural has to be involved in all of this. What else can explain that so many people from different backgrounds sighting the exact same ship throughout so many periods in the history and even in current times? But for now, the Flying Dutchman continues to hunt innocent sailors across the globe, and who knows, maybe the next time you're standing by the seashore, and if you're looking hard enough, you might just spot an eerie-looking Flying Dutchman trying to make his way back to the shore.